Let's go now to Donnie in Orlando. Donnie, you're on News 96.5. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing today?
Good, thank you.
Question I have actually like 6 or 7, but the one I'm going to go with is I got pulled over for flashing my headlights to other motorists.
Okay.
To warn them of law enforcement ahead of them. And I got a ticket for failing to dim my high beam statute 316 something something something. And I was wondering, do I have a case to go in front of a judge and be like, I had my high beams?
Yeah. So, Donnie, that's a fascinating question and point of perspective. Donnie, there was case law in the last year that said that officers of the law cannot ticket you for flashing your high beams to warn other drivers of a speed trap, you might say, right? But
Okay,
I think that they have come up with a way around that by now giving you some kind of ticket for failure to turn off your high beams.
So that's the officer stated, and I have, a video camera in my vehicle, and it's recorded. He stated that to flash my headlights, that I was misinterpreting the law. Flashing my headlights means turning them completely off and turning them back on, even while driving at nighttime.
Well, Donnie, first of all, I think you have a great case, and I am so sorry that you're going to have to go through this. I think that a traffic ticket attorney could beat this thing in a heartbeat, and the good news for you is we have a great traffic ticket attorney. His name is Robert Hydock, and you can reach him at the TIX team, and that is the TIX, TIXTEAM.com. So, Donnie, what I'm telling you is do not plead guilty to this ticket. Do call a ticket attorney. We recommend attorney Robert Hydock at the TIXteam.com. Hey, Donnie, when this all shakes out, I would love it if you would call back to this radio show and tell us what the outcome of that was.
I will do. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Donnie. Yes. Chrissy, do you remember that case?
I absolutely.
Chrissy, you remember that case?
I do.
Okay. So what I'm trying to remember was there specifically a Florida statute that said you cannot flash high beams at somebody to warn of a speed trap, or were they coming under some other statute?
No, I think it was interpretation. There was not a specific statute, but then it was interpreted that way that you couldn't, and ultimately it was decided that it is a free speech that you are able to flash your lights to warn other people.
Well, that part I get. It is free speech, yes, and right on. I agree with that. The question is, what were they being ticketed for before this all came to pass? That I'd like to know. Or if there's any ticket attorneys out there, we would love to know. They were being charged with something, but what were they being charged with? That's what I want to know.
As far as the exact statute, Tom, I don't know offhand, so we would have to check and see what the exact statute was.
So, okay, they were being charged with interference with a law enforcement officer. Investigation, says Kirk, our board op.
Yeah, that's what I got.
That's what you got. Thank you, Kirk, for sharing. So interference with a law enforcement investigation for flashing your lights, that has now been all the way to the Supreme Court, said no way, that's not going to be enforceable anymore. Cops quit doing that. But now they're charging you with failure to turn off your brights. That sounds like harassment to me, yes.